you might be right, but Bitcoin is the most traded. It's been around the longest. It's also one of the simplest cryptos out there. And so most of the Bitcoin fans, we call them Bitcoin maximalists, who believe that there's Bitcoin and there's nothing else. Everybody else is just, they're kidding themselves with their little coins. They say this thing's been stress tested and it's bulletproof. And, you know, they have a point. It's pretty strong. The next in line currency, Ethereum, which you talked about briefly, which is like Bitcoin, but it's programmable and it doesn't necessarily have a fixed number of coins. So people say, oh, you can mess with it. That thing's a little less than half the size of Bitcoin. And it's been around since 2014, 7 years, and hasn't really been hacked.
Not yet.
Not yet. And that's the thing about this technology. And if you try to explain this to somebody who grew up, 50 years ago, they'll look at you and say, I can't see it. I can't touch it. I don't see the value of it. So why? And that's the kind of the arguments you get on the back of it. What do your friends say about Bitcoin?
About Bitcoin?
Yeah. The girls you go to school with, what do they say?
They don't talk about it so much. I have a few friends that do invest in stocks, but the problem is they don't know where to start. I think with my generation, because such a huge percentage of Bitcoin is a scam, so they really it's not that accessible yet, I think.
Okay, so they're still wary of crypto.
Yeah, most of them.
And do your friends use like Robinhood or one of those online trading platforms, or do you even know?
Not my friends, no.
All right, so you're not necessarily in the crypto clique.
Not yet.
So I was reading some surveys recently, by the way, and a couple of numbers just to throw out here. First of all, 1 in 4 students in the world own crypto. Okay, so that's an interesting stat. The other one, which I thought was interesting, and this was published by Interactive Investor, showed 45% of new investors age 18 to 29, so almost you, made their maiden investments, means the first investment ever in their life, in crypto last month. So that's interesting. It was double the amount that invested in like a fund. So it's like the younger generation seems to be more comfortable in buying crypto and crypto assets, whereas the previous generation would have bought stocks. Yeah.
Well, it makes sense. They were raised with a lot more technology around them, so.